Well, he's totally ambitious, which is not a bad thing, but he's ambitious at the expense of his friendships, his relationships, his dignity. He's narcissistic, he's preening, he's delusional, and he firmly believes that his place, his rightful place, is at that table up there on the hill with the men that wear white hats and make all the decisions. So he's allergic to cheese and addicted to power. Wonderful combination. As cheese, rather like wearing a crown and sipping fine wine, is your idea of power, one's idea of power. These filmmakers have said, well, it's not a crown, it's a white hat, it's not wine, it's cheese, but it's the same ambition. To want to get through that door and join that club, and that door will not open and that club doesn't want you. And to reject Archibald Snatcher is the worst thing you can do to him, because it's only going to make him mad. He's not going to say, okay. He's not going to do that. It has that circuit missing. He can't say okay to rejection. He hates it. So that was the engine behind my performance. You've got to find something real. You can't just be a hollow, empty baddie. It doesn't work. It has no resonance. It has no layers, as you kindly pointed out. So you have to find that crack inside that he's constantly trying to band-aid over with his ambition.
And when you did his voice, you were reclining for
That's true, yeah.
For all of it. And also, when Archibald he elongates his words, is that something that you came up with while you're doing the?
I came up with it whilst doing it, but fortunately, Tony was in the recording studio with me. He flew over to England, and he said, "Oh, the animators are going to love that. You know, when you stretch a word." So suddenly, although I was in a recording studio pretty well by myself, thousands of miles away from the animators, he forged a link. I was suddenly working with somebody instead of working by myself. So I produced vowel sounds and word sounds that were the characters, but I also knew that they were going to help the animator do things with my body language and voice. And when I saw a little clip whilst I was filming, it stuck something together for me. And there was a moment when Snatcher's walking down a flight of stairs talking about ambition and humanity, and there's a gesture that the animators made. I thought, they've got it. They have absolutely got everything I'm trying to do with my voice. So it was very exciting.
And what is one message you want to get across to the audiences after they watch this film?
I don't know. I'm not very good at messages. I honestly don't. I'd hate to corner any member of the audience into feeling that they ought to get this out of the film. It's very life affirming. It's very artistically very beautiful to watch. It deals with rejection, loneliness, isolation, coming together, bonding, conquering fear. Very beautiful. You have to start from a quite dark place in order to pull everyone into the light. You know, otherwise you don't have a dramatic arc. So I hope that the audience will just love the way those two young actors, those two young heroes, not only survive, but they really conquer adversity and pave the way for a really good life.